Sunday the 3rd of April 2016. This is a chart update for Cardinal Resources. Cardinal is a small gold exploration stock listed on the ASX. Market cap at the moment is I think about $25 million. They've got a project in Ghana, and just in the last sort of 6 to 9 months have started to release some really encouraging drill results. Fairly consistent from result to result, and getting better every time. You can see here it had that good little run up from under 10 cents all the way to 16, so a bit of a 10-cent run, I guess. And then a pullback toward the start of this year. At the start of this year, I think there was there was a capital raising around 12 cents, and I think a few people knew about that one and were waiting. And this is sort of artificial. This move down here. You can see that after the good volume on the move up, had this real sort of low volume move down, which I think was a great buying opportunity. And then they had the capital raising at 12 cents, and since then there's been some really consistent volume, and it hasn't looked like going a lot lower. And I think that shows that there's a few decent investors coming to this company. There was just a substantial holder notice that Bank of Nova Scotia has joined as a 5% holder, Macquarie Group as well, and US Global, which is a specialist sort of gold investing fund out of the US. They're all substantial holders. Management's got a good stake as well. I've just got the latest presentation here. You can see here that there's also Mark Connolly was the former chairman of Papillon, which was taken over about 2 years ago, and was probably the best gold stock on the ASX at the time, the best development project anyway. Simon Jackson's the MD of Beetle. So for a company of this size, they really seem to have a good mix of management and a good investment from some larger funds. Not that many shares on issue as well. Only less than 200 million and less than 300 million once it's been fully diluted. I think there's a few newsletter writers out of Canada who are also interested. I know Sprott had mentioned this, and Brent Cook as well, who's writes a newsletter and is very well regarded. I think there's a good opportunity here that this goes and repeats the run it had in at the last 6 months of last year, and repeats this move here, and goes up toward 20 cents. I like that it pulled back on low volume, and I like that the consistent volume here. The drill results are getting better and better. Obviously, at this stage, the company's really going to be driven by drill results, and they seem to be zeroing in on some better and better results. They do own their own rig as well, which I think speeds up that process, and they seem to be able to release results fairly quickly. I know a lot of companies in Africa struggle to get their exploration results out. I was following Buri Gold until recently, and they've struggled to get those results out and excite the market. But Cardinal seem to be really good at that. Their two lead management personnel are also in Ghana and live in Ghana, so I think that's a real strength for them. I think these guys are a stock to watch. You can see all the big players are getting set here. It's going to take a while for this story to play out. The first resource might be in the next 6 months or so, but I think they've got a good resource potential there for a low grade. It might be 1 gram a ton or so, but in Africa that's fine, and a relatively low stripping ratio as well. So I think it could be a low cost project with a few million ounces. So I think it's a good time to enter Cardinal Resources.